Hi, welcome. Here's your HMH lesson for today. Today we're going to be reading the story Goal. This story is in your HMH books on page 150. This story is an informational story. It's a nonfiction. It gives us facts about a topic. As we read Goal, we're going to pay attention to details and facts about a topic, facts about the world, and photographs. Before we start, though, there is one thing I asked you guys to do, but I think we're going to do it together. We wanted to go over suffixes, ly. So if you, y and ly. So I want you to take out your reading packet and go to the page where it says suffix y and ly. It looks like this. Let's go ahead and do these together. It says add what class? What is a suffix? Leah? No, definitely not. Renaya, what's a suffix? Very good. They're a group of letters that go at the end of a word to change the meaning of the word. Remember prefixes? Beginning of the word, suffixes, end of a root word. Affixes is the same as prefixes and suffixes. This is just suffixes, so this is adding a part to the end of a root word to change its meaning. So base word, root word means same thing. It changes its meaning. So the suffix y means what? Having or being like something. And the suffix ly explains how or when something is done. So add y or ly to the base word or the root word to make a new word. And then we're going to write the new word and its meaning on the line. So snow plus y makes what? Snowy. So we're going to write snowy here. What does snowy mean? If I say it's really snowy outside, what does it mean?
A lot of snow.
Okay.
Cold.
So having a lot of snow. That's what snowy means, right?
Yeah.
Let's write that down. Having. I'm going to write in cursive. Having a lot of snow. All right, what does quickly mean?
Move fast.
Very good. So here you're going to write quickly, and here you're going to say it means moving fast or move fast. How about dirty?
Really dirty.
Dirty means having dirt. That means it's full of dirt or it has dirt. We're going to write having dirt. I'm trying to use the word having because if you have just suffix y, then it means having or being like. Having a lot of dirt. Pretty easy. Let's look here. Definition bank. In a silly or foolish way, being cold in a confident way, or having a lot of grease. Okay? Like oily stuff. Let's see. Choose the definition from the box that matches each word. Write it on the line. Circle adjective if the word is describing word. Circle adverb if the word tells how or when. We talked about adverbs in our writing. Remember we said that each sentence and the list needs to begin with an adverb. That means it's telling you to do something. All right, let's read. Chilly. Is chilly an adjective or an adverb? Is it describing something or is it telling something? Describing. Chilly is describing something. Like the weather is chilly. It's describing the weather. So is chilly an adjective or an adverb?
Adjective.
It's an adjective. What does chilly mean? Which one of these does it mean? Does it mean in a silly, foolish way? Good, being cold. So you're going to write being cold on this line, and then you're going to cross out being cold. And then if we go to the next one, foolishly. Is foolishly an adjective or an adverb?
Adverb. Adjective.
It's an adjective. It describes how someone does something. They do it foolishly. Oh no, this clown foolishly threw the balls in the air. Okay? So foolishly is an adjective. And what does foolishly mean?
In a silly or foolish way.
In a silly or foolish way. That's what you're going to write next to it. I'll give you some time to do this. Pause the video now. Okay, let's move on. The next one is greasy. Greasy. As an adjective, it describes something. It's a describing word. The greasy pizza. It's describing the pizza. So greasy means what?
Having a lot of grease.
Having a lot of grease. You're going to write that down next to greasy. And confidently is an adjective or an adverb?
Adverb.
Adjective. It's an adjective because it tells us how someone did something. It describes. Or actually, maybe it could be an adverb. Like you say, the girl confidently read her paper. It's how she read her paper. She read it confidently. It could be either adjective or adverb. I would put adjective. But anyway, confidently means what? In a confident way. Okay. That's all we're doing there on that sheet for today. Let's move on and get started with reading the story. Let's talk about central idea first. What is the central idea? What does central idea mean? Central idea is the most important idea or point about the topic. So central idea is kind of like main idea. And we talked about main idea a lot. Main idea. What the story is mostly about. And this is kind of the same thing. The most important idea or topic about the story. How do we know that that's the most important idea or point or topic about the story? Because it gives us details, facts, or examples that tell us about that idea. All right, so we're going to go ahead and read. As we read, it says, then synthesize or put together ideas. You're going to need your reading packet. In your reading packet, if you look inside of it, there's going to be a page that says synthesize, and it looks like this. It says Reading Graphic Organizer 6, synthesize. They're not all in the perfect order, but it's in there. It says synthesize, okay? You're going to go ahead and write the title of the story down here, goal. And then we're going to write down some ideas about the story and then what it all means as we are reading. While you guys are writing the title down, I'm going to talk about some of the vocabulary words, the power words. We're going to start with the word patience. Patience. To be patient, these kids are patiently waiting to get on the bus. They're not running each other over or pushing or shoving each other. They're patiently waiting. If you are patient, you can wait for something without explaining. Without complaining, sorry. Sometimes I tell you guys, be patient. Stop complaining. Stop nagging. I can hear you. Be patient. Imaginary. Imaginary. Something that is imaginary only happens in your mind. The imaginary line dividing Earth in half is called the equator. So here, this is where the equator is. There's an imaginary line dividing the Earth. All right. Final. Final. In a group of events, the final one is the last one. So final means last. Founded. Founded. The date when something was founded was when it started or created. So the date shown at the top of the building was founded in 1899. So yeah, it says 1899. That was a really long time ago. Found it. And that's it. We'll stop there. So let's keep going. Meet Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor believes that ideas for books are around us all the time, so we should always carry a notebook and pen in our pockets. Writing down our ideas now will help us remember them later. Mr. Taylor loves adventures, both real and make-believe. He lives in England, but also spends time in Brazil, a country that celebrates soccer. Can you think of some other places in the world that love soccer?
Interesting.
Goal by Sean Taylor. Photographs by Caio Vilela.
What do you guys think the story might be about? We can raise our hand. Oh, raise your hand. What is the story mostly about, Miss Jasmine? Soccer. And what about soccer, Mr. Haney? Good. How people play soccer differently around the world. That's a good prediction. And I can tell that by looking at this cover. In this cover, they're showing us the Dome of the Rock. The Dome of the Rock is in Palestine in the Middle East. That's where I'm from. This is in Jerusalem. So here in this picture, this is a different part of the world than we're in right now. Also, if I look through the book, I can see on the labels how it says Brazil, USA, Spain. These are different parts of the world. They're showing us the different parts of the world. And in each part, everyone has a what? Soccer ball. There's a soccer ball on each page with all the kids. All right, let's read to find out.
Where there's a ball, there will always be someone who wants to play soccer. When you play soccer, you're not allowed to use your arms and hands unless you are the goalkeeper. But you can use the rest of your body, your feet, your legs, your hips, your chest, and your head. Brazil, USA. There are more than 6,000 different languages spoken on our planet, but children all over the world understand soccer. In some sports, teams can score up to 100 points in a game. In a soccer game, you don't get many goals. Sometimes you don't get any at all. You have to be patient. So when a goal comes, it's special. When the ball comes your way, you might feel excited. You might feel calm. You might even feel a bit scared. Playing soccer teaches you lots of things. How to be quick, how to be clever, how to see what's going on around you, and how to be brave. You can play soccer almost anywhere. In a garden, down an alley, on a playground, in a park, or on a beach. You don't need to buy anything to play soccer. You can make goal posts with 2 stones, 2 sticks, or 2 shirts. If you don't have a real soccer ball, you can make one with rolled up socks, newspaper, and string, or even an orange in a plastic bag.
All right, real fast, I forgot to mention something here. On this page where it says Spain, on this page it says that there are more than 6,000 different languages spoken on our planet, but that children all over the world understand soccer. I'm going to think about this detail for a second. Since children who live all over the world play the same game, that makes me think that children are the same in many ways. That all children are the same in many ways. Children around the world like to have fun, be active, and play on a team. I think soccer must be a good sport that lets them do those things. I'm going to read on and understand why children all around the world like to play soccer. Here on this page, it shows us how they play soccer in England. What details help the author explain why soccer is easy to play? Why is soccer easy to play? Dominic? Okay. It can also be played almost anywhere. You don't need to buy anything to play. You can make your own goalposts and sometimes even your own soccer ball. Why do you think the author says that playing soccer can teach you to be brave? Why can it be brave? Maybe some people are scared of getting hurt by the ball or by someone else. It can also be scary to play a soccer game in front of people. By playing soccer, even though you feel scared, you learn how to be brave. All right, let's keep reading. Here it says Jordan. So this is in another country, Jordan. This is where Leia is from.
When the ball comes your way, you might feel excited. You might feel calm. You might even feel a bit scared. Playing soccer teaches you lots of things. How to be quick, how to be clever, how to see what's going on around you, and how...
Sorry, this is repeating page 154.
To be brave. You can play soccer almost anywhere. In a garden, down an alley, on a playground, in a park, or on a beach. You don't need to buy anything to play soccer. You can make goalposts with 2 stones, 2 sticks, or 2 shirts. If you don't have a real soccer ball, you can make one with rolled up socks, newspaper, and string, or even an orange in a plastic bag.
Okay, so going back to the reading graphic organizer, synthesize. One important thing about this text that we just learned is that soccer can be played almost anywhere. You don't need anything to play soccer. You can make your own goalposts and your own soccer ball. You're going to write that down in this first box. I'll type it for you if you would like. So, soccer in your synthesized reading graphic organizer right here in this first box. Okay, see where I put that X? That's where you're writing this down. So, soccer can be played anywhere. You don't need to buy anything. Okay, so soccer can be played anywhere. You don't need to buy anything to play. You can make your own goalposts and soccer ball. Okay? If you need some time to write that down, pause the video now.
England, some people invent machines. Some people invent medicines. And some people invent tricks with soccer balls. When you trick a defender by pretending to go one way and then send the player after an imaginary ball, it's called a step over. When you throw yourself in the air and kick the ball over your head, it's called a bicycle kick. Jordan.
Cool, very cool. So, what new information about soccer did you learn on this page? What did we just learn? That some people invented tricks. Good. Some people invented tricks with soccer balls. People use the tricks even when they play the game. So let's write that down. So, in the next box that says synthesize, you're going to write this down right here in this second box, okay? So what are we writing? What we just learned. What did we just learn? That some people invent tricks with soccer balls they can use when they play the game. Okay, you're going to write that down in the second synthesized box. If you need some time, pause the video now.
Every soccer game is like a story. It's full of characters, emotions, and drama. And no one knows how it will end until the final whistle blows. There's nothing quite like the excitement before you start a game of soccer. Anything can happen. At the end of the game, you may have won or you may have lost, but you can lose a game and still play your very best. And that is a kind of winning.
All right, let's keep going. This is in Iran, this picture, the first picture, and the second picture is in Pakistan. No, it's Pakistan. There's a big difference between Palestine and Pakistan. They're two whole different countries. This is not Haney. What did you say the first name was called? Iran? It sounds like Iran, like I ran away. It's Iran. It's actually pronounced Iran. Iran. But I know it sounds way different than how it's spelled. Iran. But anyway, let's move on. Here's how they play soccer in what country is this? Nepal. 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 All right, let's read.
Iran. Pakistan. Soccer is not about showing off
It's Iran.
how well you can play. It's about showing how well you can play for your team. The best players don't worry about being the stars of their teams. They want their teams to be the stars. Nepal.
The text on this page says that soccer is about showing how you can play for your team. This makes me think that teamwork is an important part of soccer. How you do is not as important as how your team does. This helps me understand that soccer is more about scoring goals or doing tricks or doing cool tricks. It is about working with others as a team. I think that is one important reason why so many children around the world like to play soccer, because they like to play as a team. As a team. It takes a lot of teamwork to win a game, to play soccer.
The ball doesn't care if you're big or small. It doesn't care what your religion is, what race you are, or where you come from. It doesn't even care if you're good at soccer. Anyone can play soccer, anywhere in the world. You can have fun playing soccer with just one friend or even on your own.
What important idea about soccer does the author share here? He says that children all over the world can play soccer, right? The photo shows children in different countries playing soccer, but the text says that no sport is played by so many people in the world in different countries, and that there are always someone playing soccer somewhere in the world. All right. Let's go to the next page. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it says China. You're right. And on the next page it says what? New Zealand. Let's see how they play New Zealand.
China. No other sport brings people together like soccer. No other sport is played by so many people in so many different countries. When you are playing soccer, there will always be someone else playing, somewhere in the world. New Zealand.
What details have we learned about soccer here? How can they help us understand why soccer is a sport that brings so many people together? What does it say? Soccer is fun and exciting. Children learn to be clever and they work together. It teaches you how to do your best and understand that you don't have to win to be good at soccer. It's also fun to think about children around the world playing soccer at the same time. That shows how soccer can bring people in your team together. It can bring people around the world together. All right, let's write that down. So here, in the last box, soccer is fun and exciting and can bring people all around the world together. All right, you're going to write that down in the last box. Pause the video now.
Soccer around the world. Soccer is played all over the world. And in most other countries, except Canada and the USA, it is called football. Here are the countries mentioned in this book and the year each country's first national soccer team was founded. USA, 1913.
So, USA's first national soccer team was founded in 1913. Brazil was in 1914, a year later. Spain was in 1913, the same as USA. England was 1863. Wow, that was a long time ago. And let's see, in Pakistan, it was founded in 1948. Wow, that's pretty late. Oh, in Iran, it was 1920. In Jordan, it was 1949. Oh, wow, Nepal was really late in the game. They were founded in 1951. In China, it was founded in 1924. And in New Zealand, that was a long time ago. So I would say maybe England had their first national soccer team, right? Because that was 1863. And then New Zealand followed after that. And then who went? Let's put this in order. And then USA, 1913. And then Spain. USA and Spain did it together. And then Brazil. And then Iran. You're making me say Iran. Iran. Okay. And then China. And then Pakistan, then Jordan, then Nepal. Very interesting. I like that. All right. Let's keep going. Let's go to the last page. No, we said New Zealand. Use details from goal to answer the questions together. Why do you think that soccer is loved all around the world? Why is soccer loved all around the world? Leia? Good. It's an exciting game. Anyone can play it anywhere. And people all over the world like to have fun together. Number 2. Look back at page 158 to 159. What is the main idea of this section? What does the author want readers to understand about soccer? Let's go back to 158 and 159. There we go. The main idea is that anyone can enjoy soccer. It does not matter who you are or where you live. It brings people together all around the world. All around the world. And the last question says, how can you use the map on page 160 to find and understand information about soccer? I can use the map to find areas of the world where people play soccer. The map also shows how long different countries have had their own national soccer teams. So this is a map of the world, and it shows us the different countries in the world and when they started their first national soccer team. Excellent job. Okay, so what you're going to do today, now that we have read this, is you will complete, we're not going to do too much. I'm going to ask you to complete the page 284 in your reading packet. Let me make sure. Yep, 284. You're just going to do the power words, draw, and write today. Okay? I'm going to do the power words and write today. And that's right. The last thing, what it all means to me. Here you're going to write a small summary of what the story was about. What does this all mean to me? When you put all these together, what is the central idea? What are you getting? What is the story mostly about? You're going to write it in your own words. And then you're going to complete the vocabulary worksheet. And that's all we're doing. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you later. Bye.